Behind me is beautiful Lake Muskoka with what would be a gorgeous sunrise if it wasn't for that humongous cloud. But being out here this morning reminded me of a sacrifice that I've made. You might be thinking, what kind of sacrifice is being standing on a dock for a nice, beautiful Muskoka sunrise? Um, that's a fair point. But being a realtor, even more specific, being a realtor who works 100% for your buyers and sellers, you have to make sacrifices. There's a lot that you can make, and this one was mine. Um, you you have to make sure 100% of your time is accounted for. Most people come out to the cottage and they're punching out for a weekend. You're out at the dock in the water, playing games. Phone can be inside, not a care in the world, and that's fantastic. But it's impossible the way that I run my business. I can't, clock out and try and avoid the daily grind of work. Try and avoid talking to people back home, and try and live in this beautiful oasis. 100% of that time's got to be accounted for. So if I see a house come up for one of my buyers and I know it's going to sell fast, I've got to get a showing booked wherever I am, and I got to make sure I have a good realtor that I trust will also have the buyer's interests in mind 100%, and I've got to make sure that they can cover that showing while I'm here. My listing, if I get offers on my listings, I've got to make sure my sellers are okay that I'm a few hours away, and that we're going to be handling them over the phone. With the technology that we have these days, you can almost be completely paperless in this industry. So for me, there's no punch out time. There's no clock out. There's no excuses why I shouldn't be working. Um, Behind me, we've got a beautiful, beautiful cottage, and the big window up there is a loft, and that's been my office the past couple days. We've had a lot to do, but I wouldn't trade that office for anything. It's the most gorgeous office I've ever been in. But like I said, that is a sacrifice that I've made to 100% work for my buyers, my sellers, with their best interests in mind, and how the way I run my business, that punch out, come to the cottage lifestyle, it's impossible, for me and how I run that business. But sitting in that office this morning, seeing how beautiful this was, I wanted to come out here, show you this view, not of me, but this, and talk a little bit about my sacrifice and how I make that sacrifice to better serve both my buyers and my sellers in this business.